rolling here. Uh, is it on? Pop, check. 1 2 1 2. Whatever. I guess I'll just move it a little closer to my face, as you guys can see. I'm alone once again, and that's okay, cause despite having the Moon Knight trailer to react to, the second topic for today is not one that Christine would be very, very interested in discussing. So yeah, we're going to talk about the Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard. It's gonna be crazy, guys. So let's get this thing going. Welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre, the podcast. Oh, excuse me. The GenreVerse Podcast Network's daily show covering everything in geek and entertainment news, pop culture, gaming, anime, whatever I decide on. Is sponsored by the good folks over at Grow Generation, part of the LRM online family, lrmonline.com. The GenreVerse Podcast Network is available wherever you get your podcasts from, as well as the brand new GenreVerse YouTube channel. So yeah, please do check all of that out. Christine is doing better. She just didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and so she's taking one more day off. I'm gonna have to start doing proof of life or something. Otherwise, you guys are gonna think I'm lying. But we do have the Moon Knight trailer to get into, and I've moved my OBS screen down to my drawing tablet screen, and so if you see me looking down a lot, that's what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the trailer setup for myself, and then get this Moon Knight trailer up for you guys. Don't play yet. Let's see. My zoom looks good. I did the whole manual zoom thing again. It seems to be working. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this Moon Knight stuff, and I want to go ahead and get into it for you guys. So let's do it. Moon Knight. I lied. My audio is not set up. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, I got that. Oh, that's what I forgot. Volume knob on the controller. Anyways, guys, let's try this one more time. Moon Knight. Go away, closed captions. Hello, and welcome to I'm very excited about this character. The Jeff Lemire run was so great. Ooh, he's tied himself up. There's a ring of sand. I like the twisting logo to kind of show, losing your mind, like you just said.
You're bloody useless,
Steven. Ooh. I'm really enjoying. Oh, Contra. That was the moon god.
Hope you find it.
I'm really digging the way that this looks, guys. I liked all this teaser stuff that we already saw. The reflection staying back.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you,
Mark?
You call me Mark.
Because you're Mark Spector, dude.
Very difficult. Voice in your head.
I like the music usage. And I like doing timing with music. If you guys see any of my trailers for stuff, for the shows, I'm enjoying all the
chaos.
Sets, physical sets. That transformation's pretty cool. Beating up at a guardian, an Anubis looking guardian. Oh, that looks so cool! Oh my God! Oh, dude. I mean, we saw a lot of this footage before, but one more time, guys. One more time. I can't wait to watch some other people's breakdowns of this trailer, because I'm sure there's so much stuff that I'm missing. Probably something on the phone, maybe even some pattern in that Rubik's cube. But Yeah, man. Oscar Isaac is looking great here, sounding great here. Can see how disheveled he feels. I like it. And so many actual sets. Like, I know it's easy to do when you got things taking place in a museum and whatnot, but physical sets are so great. I like them using mirrors. It's very, very cool. But yeah, Concho or Conshu, which is it? Is a U or O at the end? I can never remember. Yeah, Khonshu. Yep. Or at least that's what it says. No, maybe not. Yeah, Khonshu. Right? Khonshu. Moon. God. No. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, guys. This all looks so great. I am so stoked about everything going on. Oh my god. We're going to be in the insane asylum sometimes, it looks like. The Mr. Moon aspect of things is awesome. I wish we had seen the Mr. Moon outfit. Oh, that looks so cool. And I love the mirror stuff. That looks good, guys. Bravo, Marvel. That costume looks badass, guys. The wrappings like a mummy is very, very cool. I'm super stoked about Moon Knight. God damn. March 30th cannot get here fast enough. Moon Knight all day. Anyways, let me get that trailer off of there for you guys. Take off my headphones. I've mentioned how much I really enjoyed Jeff Lemire's run on Moon Knight. I mean, look, the character is brutal. I wish, and his situation is brutal as well. I really wish we had gotten this on Netflix or if Marvel had the guts to do more adult stuff on Hulu. But I'm very excited about what I saw. You push it a hard PG-13 and it can still be incredibly good. Everyone at LRM was talking about this last night. I didn't watch it until today because, like I said, I was going to do the reaction for you guys with Christine, and ooh man, that is a cool poster too. So this really was the first time that I got to watch it, and everyone else at the site on our Slack was talking. There's the poster. I love that. That looks so good. Was talking about how much they loved it and how much they're sold on it. I was sold on it as soon as they mentioned him back in the Netflix days. I was like, man, they should do a supernatural one with Moon Knight, Blade, and Ghost Rider, like a Defenders type thing, but better, but better. And then it didn't happen. Ghost Rider went the way it went, and we're getting Blade. We are getting Moon Knight. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm super stoked about it. Clearly, March is also my 15th wedding anniversary on the 24th, so that's cool. Not that I'll get to celebrate it with this, but March is a pretty cool month. And then Horizon Forbidden West comes out in February, so I'm excited, guys. It's a whew. Come on, Marvel. Make sure it's good, guys. Come on. I'm super excited. I'm also excited to tell you guys that you're about to hear from our sponsors over at Grow Generation. Take it away, guys.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. From propagation to harvest, they have everything you need for your special garden. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
All right. Thank you, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the episode as usual. Sponsor link is down in the description box below or on the website if you're hanging out at lrmonline.com or GenreVerse.com. Yeah, let's get into our other story and bring up Chrome for you guys. So Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. We, our own Cam Clark wrote up based on the press thing that I'm about to go over on lrmonline.com. Microsoft, of course, released their official, statement on it. Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming. I'm not going to read this whole thing, guys. For those of you listening on audio that aren't on YouTube where you can see this, and I'll actually zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go. Basically, in a cash deal, which is in and of itself a massive thing, Microsoft has purchased Activision Blizzard. $68.7 billion is what's being reported. It's a cash buyout, guys. That means there's no stock exchanges. There's no, hey, you're gonna keep X amount of stock valued of Activision if they were to keep it separate or anything like that. You're gonna get X amount of Microsoft shares or whatnot. And then some no, they just straight are trying to buy the company. Okay. Now, of course, with any type of big purchase, this isn't settled yet. It's going to have to go through regulatory loopholes and be approved. But guys, you're talking you're talking a lot of properties here. Call of Duty, Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Spyro, Overwatch, Candy Crush, Crash Bandicoot. Man, that's gotta hurt Sony. Just realized that. Oh, and those of you that know me know that console-wise, I'm a Sony guy, and it's strictly for the games that they offer. Like, those are the games that I play. Used to be things like, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. Most of my gaming, literally, though, is done on PC. Almost always has been since the early 90s when my dad gave me my own first PC, but I also played games on his. And Sony, like I said, usually like some action adventure games, things like Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, recently named some past titles. But like all my first person shooters, real-time strategy is one of my favorite type of games, and Sims, not Sims the game, but simulation games like theme park Sims, like Planet Coaster, Roller Coaster Tycoon, SimCity itself, Democracy. If you've ever checked out that game, it's kind of a combination between sim and real-time strategy. All of those they're not good to play on console. Well, the first-person shooters are for some, but I do prefer mouse and keyboard. But so this doesn't really affect me in any way. I will continue to play StarCraft on the PC. I'm gonna continue to Spyro, man, Sony. I'm gonna continue to play the games that I enjoy on computer. I mean, the one thing about this, and to all the Xbox fans, this is definitely a feather in the cap. Like you heard me laughing about Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, two very well-known Sony properties, and I know the video games have since made their way onto other platforms. But despite it being a feather in Microsoft's cap, I mean, this doesn't change anything for the majority of gamers, with the exception of what it could mean for Activision themselves, who of course have been in a bit of trouble over the last few years. Activision, Blizz. I'm just writing some notes for when I do the write-up after this. You guys have heard about the cover-ups, the playing down of sexual harassment and assault. Was there actual assault? I might be wrong on actual assault, but I know lots of harassment claims. They've had a lot of bad stuff going on, a lot of leadership loss. So in that way, we could see some drastic changes for the better with fresh leadership, fresh minds, a new overlord. I mean, company overseeing them. But it doesn't change much of anything. All the games that I want to play via Microsoft are available on PC. I mean, with PC, there's no such thing as Xbox exclusive anymore. I could go on and on about the dangers of subscription-based gaming, and I guess I should touch on that a little bit. Let me go ahead and bring. Let me read a little bit more before I go on there. Spectre goes on to talk about the decades that the studios and teams from Activision Blizzard have earned vast wellsprings of joy and respect from billions all over the world. That's very, very true. I mean, StarCraft in the 90s and early 2000s was just massive. South Korea was huge when it came to StarCraft. StarCraft 2 was a long time coming, but very, very beloved franchise right there, worldwide. Call of Duty, of course, is a massive thing. I can remember playing that on the old PlayStation as well. I don't care about Candy Crush. Mobile gaming is just time killing for me. It says, Spectre goes on to say, as a company, Microsoft is committed to our journey. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little nauseous looking at the screen, so I'm going to put on my blue light filter. So sorry about the reflection. As a company, Microsoft is getting committed to our journey for inclusion in every aspect of gaming among both employees and players. We deeply value individuals, studio cultures. We also believe that creative success and autonomy go hand in hand with treating every person with dignity and respect. So this is where he's basically saying, look, they've had issues. We're going to let them be a studio, but they're part of Microsoft, and you're gonna play by our rules. It says we hold all teams and all leaders to this commitment. So yeah, that was a good way to address. Hey, there's some past issues. Those of you that might be concerned, Microsoft might put their thumb too heavily on the creative side. They're saying no, but on the business side, the environment side, the business, area, that's going to have to change, and rightly so. So there you guys go. They're buying Blizzard Activision, and I wanted to talk a bit about the dangers of the subscription services like Game Pass. A lot of people very, very happy with Game Pass. They love it, and I get it. I do get it. It's a cool deal, cool idea to be able to have access to all these games. But guys, games as a service, which is what mobile gaming is, and it goes beyond just loot boxes or pay to win. It goes into the idea that one game will last for very, very, very long. They don't necessarily release new games. They release the DLC, extra packs, characters to enhance the game. I mean, think about Grand Theft Auto. That's a great idea of games as a service light. But everything that you see in Genshin Impact, things like Candy Crush, speaking of Activision Blizzard, they own King or whatever it is for that mobile game company. All of that is not something you want in your AAA titles, your mainstream games. And I guess since I'm not looking directly at the screen, hopefully I can take these off. Look at everything that we complained about in loot boxes and pay to win. Multiply that. And then only getting one game for the next 5-6 years from a studio, as they, instead of releasing, two or three packs over the years or whatnot, 2 or 3 DLC things over the years before the next one comes out, they literally give you a very, very base game. Think of stuff like how long it's taken Fortnite, Minecraft to get like official releases, or was it PUBG that's not gotten its official release? Things like Minecraft. Think about getting just the base of the next Call of Duty game. It's got half dozen maps, half dozen characters, dozen whatever. And then over the next 5 years, they give you everything else that you would have gotten in the first 2 to 3, much slower, much smaller chunks. That's games as a service. Why? Because pennies per subscription to a studio. That's why Microsoft and Sony bought up as many studios as they possibly could, because the bigger third-party studios don't want pennies on the dollar. They want $69.99 from you. In order to make up that difference, Microsoft and Sony and all of their first-party studios now under their umbrellas are going to have to, eventually they're going to raise prices on your sub fees. Sorry, guys. Mike on Twitter, I'm looking at you, because you're the one always talking about, if they raise it up to $20, will people stick with it? Some will, but they have to bring as much money in, and then they have to spread that out amongst a larger playing field than an individual studio or smaller group of partnered studios would have to. It's a case of kind of like insurance, so to speak. The people that are not consuming a lot, not using the service, but still pay into it, allow those that are using it more to float them. Overhead costs on servers and maintenance and additional infrastructure, so that way you can build server places in multiple locations for both the storage of the digital content that you download directly, not talking just cloud gaming, which is its own issue that I would love to get into with you guys, but that's more on your hardware than it is anything, including your internet service provider, your modem, your Wi-Fi. Like, cloud gaming is a beast of an issue that most people just don't have the technical knowledge to quite understand why they shouldn't, without like gigabit up and down internet in your house and hardwired connections and a decent hardware to start the clouds. It's better to do like streaming games off of a PC inside your house using like NVIDIA or Steam Link. I think it's called Steam Link. Anyways, getting back to kind of the issues with money and all of that being floated, they're going to raise their prices, just like Netflix, Disney. Look at Disney Plus. They're not even 3 years old. They've already had price increases. Netflix is raising prices again. Go back and look at music streaming. Look at all your favorite artists and how much more merch costs, how much more touring. I know the last couple of years don't count, but how much more touring has to be done. More shows, costs and tickets are up because labels and artists have had to make up for the lost revenue because we don't buy our music anymore. I'm part of the problem on that one. I consume so much goddamn music. It's insane. I would go broke trying to support all of these artists through album purchases. So I'm part of the problem in music because I go on Spotify or YouTube Music, Amazon Music, things that I've already got access to, And other than my absolute like favorite bands like Newfound Glory, the Bump of Chicken, Radwimps, there's a couple Japanese bands. Outside of a few specific bands that I'm just like, I want you to have my money above all other bands. I stream it, and those bands don't get a lot. Those artists don't get a lot of money from that. Tidal was a service that some in the music industry had tried to start. The promise was to pay the artists a better rate. You, the consumers, us, the consumers would pay more, but we'd also get lossless audio. And here's a dirty little secret, and another reason why I'm not a big fan of streaming services. Nothing streaming is lossless. I cannot stand people that pay for 4K Netflix. It's not true 4K. Sorry, guys. And the audio, that's the first thing that gets compressed whenever streaming comes up. Don't pay for 4K Netflix. I'm sorry. Yes, it's going to look better than the full HD, but it's not 4K. It's compressed. There's look into it. But that would be more on cloud gaming. However, when it comes to the subscription fees, there's another danger, and Disney Plus is a perfect example for it. And I'm going to actually add another chapter mark here. Let's see. Ownership is what I want to talk about. So if you buy a game physically, you have it, and in the past you would always be able to play that game so long as you had a system that could run it. ROMs and backup copies can be done legally with old games, but with the modern online stuff and verify this and services that even a physical game, you don't necessarily own it. You don't. They could shut down the servers, shut down access, and all you're left with is offline content. Disney Plus is not releasing any of their Disney Plus shows on physical media. That means we've already seen them make changes to things like WandaVision and Mandalorian. You'll never see the original again. Ever, not legally, and you'll never see Loki uncompressed and true 4K HDR. You'll never see it without physical media. And at any given time, all they have to do is lose rights, lose a court case, or decide for some asinine reason to take anything off their service, and boom, it's gone. Bye. Never see it again. Never see it again. Now imagine games as a service. You have the subscription fee. You've got 10-15 games over the last 2 to 3 years. So something happens, prices increase, whatever. You can't afford this subscriptions anymore. What do you lose access to? What do you lose access to tomorrow when they realize you might be willing to, have your past games with and I don't even know the overall specifics for them, but I'm assuming Cam had told me he had access to some like offline content and things like that. He mostly keeps Game Pass for his kid. But what happens when they're like, oh, too many of you are willing to do that, so we'll take access to all of the games. You just spent 3 years paying $10, $15, $20 a month. Think about if instead you had saved that and purchased just the big titles you were wanting, just the games you want to play. I know game rentals don't really exist anymore, which is a shame, and demos are even lower. You don't see a whole lot of demos the way you used to. Hell, I remember getting demo discs in game magazines. I wish that they would do more demos and more things to allow us to try out games, because let's be honest, you don't want to spend $69.99 on a game that you don't like. Yeah, guys, that's a real issue, and that's where on the consumer side, Game Pass, PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus. Don't get me wrong, I don't support Sony doing this either. It seems good for us, the consumers, but when you start peeling back the layers and you look at the bigger structure, you look at costs, you look at overhead, you look at studios having to share budgets, you look at who's floating who, then you look at other industries that are hurting in movies and TV. You look at music, look at the insurance companies, like in the United States, like car and health insurance rates and the way those vary, and think about how much you've paid in to any of those things and how much you actually get out. And then extrapolate all of that to gaming. It's not that dissimilar, guys. I hope that this results in great games coming from Activision Blizzard. I really, really do. I have serious concerns about us as the consumers and our willingness to see bigger pictures, our willingness to understand just how much is connected. You know, I've mentioned about people not going to theaters and supporting the movies that they want to see, how that can really hurt studios and the money being such an issue, how they'll have to release smaller budgets, less movies, and how less episodes of a show affects the entire area that show's filmed in. You know, they're used to 250 cast and crew for six months. Budget cuts, they're now getting 175 cast and crew for 4 months. That's a big chunk of change coming out of a local economy that was dependent on that production for the last year, 2, 3 years. Studios are the same. It's complicated, guys, and for your benefit, I highly suggest you be willing, when you can, when it's feasible, to spend the money on the product itself, if you can. Like I would buy Loki on Blu-ray if I could. I would, but I can't. And that sucks, guys. The idea of losing your game library because you're not willing to pay the subscription fee, that's an awful feeling idea. And don't worry, man. I've already seen how they can play around with games that you do get free online, even keeping the subscription service, and how little like interconnectivity you can have with buying the physical one later. You might even have to redo the whole game. I'm having a situation with Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, whichever one was the first one. I got the game of the year edition via PS Now, I think, or PS Plus. Even though I'd actually bought the regular version before, I was like, oh, game of the year, check it out. The game of the year won't communicate with my the sequel one. I have to use my old game save. So, prime example, guys. I know a lot of you like the idea of game streaming because it gives you access to stuff. But if it's access to crap, do you really want it? It's just some food for thought, and whew. Anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, guys. I know it's not the most tantalizing discussion, and I'm pretty sure this episode won't do amazing, but hey, I didn't give you permission to play. But we'll see how it goes, and I hope I'm wrong. I do. I really, really do. This is one of those times where I want to be wrong. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the YouTube channel. If you are, please do subscribe if you haven't already. All of the podcasts go up here now. The LRM Online YouTube channel is still live. All of the celebrity interviews are there, so please do subscribe to the LRM YouTube channel as well. Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, Anime-Versal Reviews, No Mercy, all of that, Daily Cup of Genre, the Cantina are all available on our GenreVerse channel, as well as wherever you get your podcast from. Be aware this year we will be splitting all these shows onto their own RSS feed. So if you're a big fan of Anime-Versal Reviews, but despise Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, here in the next few months, you'll actually be able to just follow the one that you like, Anime-Versal, because anime is awesome. But we're still going to maintain the GenreVerse Podcast Network. All of these shows are funneled into our main channel, and the YouTube channel will continue to host all of the shows for now. So follow us, subscribe to us, share us with some friends and family. Be sure to go to lrmonline.com every day for all the latest and greatest and entertainment news, opinion pieces, trailers, interviews. All of that goes up on the website, guys. GenreVerse.com is also coming. Right now, it just leads to lrmonline.com. Mike and I have both touched the pages. We shared them in our business meeting the other night, and it's really exciting things. So check all of that out, and then thank you guys for sticking with me this week. Thank you for supporting GenreVerse and LRM online. It means the world to me. After getting out of the military for medical purposes, having something to do, having something to create, being able to help others on the site with their confidence in writing or speaking, it filled a void that I had, and you guys are all part of that, because without you watching and listening, I can't do this. Well, I could, but it'd be a waste of time. Anyways, you guys aren't a waste of time, and I appreciate that. So I'll hopefully be back tomorrow, hopefully with my wife. Take it easy, guys. Bye.